Hey, what's up you guys? My name is Mina. Welcome to my channel Mina Reads, and today we are doing a reading vlog. So this reading vlog is kind of a weekly reading vlog, and I am filming this intro after the vlog is already done. A warning, just like a little editor's note. When I started this vlog, it was supposed to be like a reading for 2 hours every day reading challenge vlog, but that kind of fell by the wayside. So if at any point you hear me mentioning like, oh, I read for 2 hours today, I read for 30 minutes today, that's what I'm referencing. But this is not like fully a challenge vlog, mostly just a reading vlog in which I read about 4 different books and I tell you all about them, and I do some thrifting and some book shopping and all that good stuff. So yeah. I had quite literally the best thrift shopping experience I have ever had in any thrift store ever. It was fucking amazing in there, and I got so many things, and it was just, I'm happy. I'm very happy. I am going to tell you right now that I spent $24 on all the stuff that I'm about to show you, and quite genuinely, like, I could not be happier. Let me show you what I got, and I also got some books. So first, I'm going to show you the clothes, then the books. Okay, so I got these like gray washed high-waisted skinny jeans for like $3 and they fit so perfectly. Then I got this button-up shirt, and the brand is Theory. I've never heard of this brand before, but supposedly this is like a premium label item. But so I got this for $7. This was the most expensive thing I got today, but I absolutely love it. It fits so great and the material is really nice. And then I got this really awesome like tan jacket because I feel like I like layering. I layer all the time with my clothing items, but I feel like the only thing I ever wear, like my only real layering piece, and then cardigans. But I'm so tired of wearing cardigans and looking like a fucking librarian. Like, sometimes it's cute, but sometimes it just doesn't give, you know? So I got this piece for my layering, and it looks so cute on. I don't feel like trying things on. This is not necessarily a fashion channel, but this is really cute. I love it. It fits so perfectly. And I'm so happy that everything I got fits really well, because there wasn't like a, what's it called? I was gonna say a try-on station. That's not what the fuck it's called. There wasn't a fitting room, but everything I got ended up fitting really nicely. So I am extremely pleased. Then I got this little mini skirt from Zara, and this one was like $4 maybe. It's really nicely. The material is like really thick and I love it. And I also got this sweater slash shirt. You kind of can't see anything like about the details, but it's kind of like this rib detailing material. It's really thick, really heavy, super warm, really soft, and it's kind of like a v-neck here. And then to the books. I ended up finding a book section in the back of their store, and their deal was that you can get 3 books for $2. So of course I had to get 3 books, and I got All About Love, New Visions by Bell Hooks. I've been wanting to read this for a really long time, and I looked on Amazon and it was like super fucking expensive there, so I didn't end up grabbing it, but I got this. And then I got Black Girl Call Home by Jasmine Mans, and this is a poetry collection, and it has really good reviews on Goodreads, so we love to see it. I'm not much of a poetry girly, but I would like to get more into it, so I did grab this. And finally I got It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover, and I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna read this book. I'll probably vlog it at some point. And yeah, I'm a bit excited about it. So the next time I update you, I will hopefully have something to say about some books. Hi y'all, so it's currently about 9:30. Can you see that? Is it showing up? I don't know. But it's currently about 9:30 and I've only read about 30 minutes today. I just have been sleeping all day. I had, you know, a little bit of an adventurous for me weekend. I usually am a hermit and I stay in the house and I don't do shit. But this weekend I thought I was grown and sexy, and so I was out all weekend. And now I'm tired as fuck. So I spent a lot of time catching up on sleep today, but I did read for about 30-ish minutes, I want to say, around breakfast time, and I was reading this romance. It's called What Are the Odds by R.M. Virtues, and it's a bit scandalous. It's about this girl, and she starts dating slash sleeping with her sister's ex-husband, and it's kind of like forbidden romance, but like they used to be besties, and I don't know, it's giving. I'm liking it. But I am about to read for another hour and a half right now, and so I'm trying to decide if I should read some more of that or if I should start in on My Dark Vanessa, because I haven't yet read like the buddy read pages for today, so I guess that's probably what I should pick instead of the sexy romance. But I don't know, is that like the right thing to read right before going to bed? I don't know, but I guess we'll suffer through, and we're gonna read the first 70 pages of this book for my buddy read with Monet.
The numbers climb and the comments multiply. You're so strong. You're so brave. What kind of monster could do that to a child? I bring up my last text, sent to Strain 4 hours ago. So, are you okay?
The tripod is definitely not up high enough, so I'm like crunched down to fit in the frame. But I have already done what the hell am I saying? I have already done 2 hours of reading today, and I read Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. This is like a YA ghost story. I really like it. It has a trans protagonist. Yadriel is iconic. I love him. That's my son. He's just so cute and so sweet, and he has so much anxiety, and he's a little bit of a fail, you know. He's not like a great brujo, but he's trying his best, and I love to see it. So I'm having a good time with this, but I am reading this for a different vlog, so I'm not gonna go too deep in like my thoughts, but just know that overall the thoughts are pretty good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit, and I am 150 pages into this book. So I'm gonna do some more reading today, and I'm gonna be reading My Dark Vanessa. Last night with my 2 hours of reading, I only ended up reading like I want to say like 20-ish pages of My Dark Vanessa, because that book is brutal. Like, it is so graphic. I knew that it was a book that deals with like a difficult subject matter, but it was like way more graphic and upsetting than I was expecting it to be. So I was reading it really slowly, taking a lot of breaks, but it just was like really difficult. It is very well written, and I will say that it was like engaging, and I do want to read more, but at the same time, like I was just so uncomfortable reading it, and I think that that's how you're supposed to feel reading it. So, you know, it's not bad or anything, and I am gonna do some more reading today, hopefully getting in some more pages. But gosh, it was like such a hard read, so I am gonna go upstairs now and read some of that, and then I've got some homework to do. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda. Okay, hello friends. So it is Wednesday morning. It's about, I want to say it's like 10 something. It's 10:15, and I have just spent 2 hours reading My Dark Vanessa. I read a little bit of this last night as well, so I'm already 130 pages into it, and God, you guys, like, okay, so this book is kind of amazing. Like, I think that it is so well written and so well executed, and just the subject matter is really deftly handled. But this book is so difficult to read. Like, every single page I find myself with like my face screwed up, and I'm like, I feel like I'm on the verge of vomiting like every fucking page, because this book is just so, it's just so stomach churning and disgusting and despicable, but it is incredibly well written. So if you don't know what My Dark Vanessa is about, it's essentially a dual timeline narrative about this woman named Vanessa Y, and basically when she was 15, she had a relationship with one of her English teachers, Mr. Strain, and so in one timeline we are seeing their affair take place, and in another timeline in 2017 Vanessa is 32, and we are seeing her struggle kind of with the Me Too movement, as a lot of accusations are coming out against Strain and, you know, other people in the, you know, cultural sphere that's coming out, that these people have been taking advantage of women, and it's making Vanessa look back on her experiences kind of with a new lens, and it's really difficult for Vanessa because she feels like she was not a victim because she wanted to be with Mr. Strain, and so she feels that, you know, she doesn't feel that she was victimized, even though she can recognize some of the gross elements of what went on between her and Strain. She thinks that, like, she was not a victim. And this book is just so hard to read because it's hard to read, but it's also riveting, and I kind of feel like I can't put it down because Vanessa is such a complex character, and I feel like this is really diving into the complexity of inappropriate relations and how it is really easy and how impressionable you are as a young person. And Vanessa is just that, you know, she is an impressionable young person. She doesn't have a lot of friends. She has no one around her except this Mr. Strain, who is kind of placing himself as this only person who sees Vanessa for who she truly is and how important and special and amazing she is. And so he's giving her this attention that she's not getting anywhere else because she goes to a boarding school, mind you. So he's giving her this attention that she really doesn't get anywhere else, and he's making her feel validated in a certain way, which gives him an in to start, you know, manipulating and grooming and gaslighting her. And it's just so despicable. Like, he's so truly evil and disgusting, and it's really interesting to read, and it's interesting to see how Vanessa, you know, in feeling like these good feelings around him because he verbally affirms her and makes her feel good and special, you see that, like, he's able to carve out this space where he could just take advantage of her youth, her inexperience, and just the fact that she wants to be wanted and acknowledged in some way, and he is just taking advantage of that. And it's just so harrowing to read, so upsetting. And we also get to see how this has impacted Vanessa, not just, you know, while she was young and in this entanglement with him, but also as an adult, and how it impacted her adult relationships, how even as an adult she still struggles to see what they did together as wrong. And it's just like, it's really difficult stuff. But I do have to say that this is incredibly well written, and I don't know how I'm gonna feel as time goes on, but so far, like, I can't say that I'm enjoying it, but it's incredibly well written and well executed, and it's just making me feel a lot of emotions, and yeah, like, I feel like I'm very much going through it reading this book. But I'm glad that I finally did end up giving it a chance, and I'm glad I'm reading it with Monet, so I have someone else to kind of go through this experience with, because it is so difficult. Honestly, reading the book isn't enough. Like, I need to jump through the pages and kill Strain myself. Like, I need to throttle him. This man is so fucking disgusting. Like, he makes me want to be physically ill. Like, Hello besties, it's Thursday. I'm currently packing up my stuff so that I can head out to campus, but I did just want to say that I did complete my Dark Vanessa last night. I totally went ahead in our buddy read, so Monet, I'm sorry, but this book was incredible. It was just so dark and haunting and complex and just so messed up, and I really loved it. I think that the prose was gorgeous. I think Vanessa was a very well realized character, and I think that this was a very interesting, insightful, and nuanced look into abuse and surviving abuse, and different responses to trauma, and how Vanessa really clung to this idea of her and Mr. Strain as a love story rather than as a story of abuse, because that was the only way that she could cope with the complexity of emotion that, you know, this situation has created for her, and how this abuse has really ended up defining her entire life, and she really is struggling to know who she is underneath all of the layers of Mr. Strain and what he has kind of indoctrinated her to believe. And it's just really masterfully done. It's such a great book, really dark. So I can't say that I'm like actively recommending it to anyone, because I feel like, honestly, I would be scared to say that I'm recommending this to someone, because it is really dark, really upsetting content, but I think that it was just an incredible book. My one critique of it would be that there's like an introduction of Vanessa having like this fascination with one of her college professors, and I really just think it was kind of unnecessary. Like, I understand how it was supposed to show like how abuse can show up in different like patterns in relationships that you have in life. Once you've been abused, it can, you know, show up and manifest in different ways and in different relationships throughout your life. And so I get like the point of it, but I just don't think that it was done super well, and I think that it kind of stalled the pacing of the back half of the book. So I think that, quite honestly, we could have done without the professor subplot, but it was still very good. So yeah, that's where we're at, that's what we're up to, and I'm headed to campus now, so I have to finish packing my little bag. So I will see you guys later. I'm taking this medieval literature class, and that class is just so funny. I feel like we read a lot of like medieval lyrics and poems and stuff like that, and they're just so funny. Like, the one that we had to read today is literally about this knight who's flirting with a girl, and he's like trying to convince her to have sex with him, basically, and he's kind of trying to like emotionally manipulate her into having sex with him. And she's like, I don't know, but she finally says yes, and then as soon as she says yes, like, he comes in his pants, and then that's it, and the poem is over. And it's like, I love studying literature. It's such an experience, you know? And now I have to think about what is going to be my next paper topic for that class, because we have a paper due next week, and all I can think about is like some knight coming in his armor. Like, that's all I can think about. So what will that paper be about? We shall see. Like, I have no idea. But yeah, life of an English major, how great. And I kind of have the gotta goes, so I want to leave the house. I don't want to stay in the house. It's really sunny, it's really nice out today, so honestly I'm gonna go somewhere. I feel like I might just end up going back to that thrift store that I found, and I showed you some clips of earlier, because it was just a great thrift store. So I'm hoping that maybe they'll have a few more things, because I'm trying to revamp my wardrobe a little bit. So I might go back there, because they had good prices and they had good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm leaving the house though, I do know that. But before I leave the house, I do have like 45 more minutes worth of reading that I need to do today. I have been reading What Are the Odds again by R.M. Virtues, and oh my god, like, I love this book. It's just so cute. The couple are just so good together, and thus far I'm really enjoying like their communication, and it's just really hot. Like, it's really spicy, you know, and I'm having a good time with it. So yeah, it's like it's working out. Definitely the kind of pick me up that I needed after reading My Dark Vanessa, which was just such a dark and kind of like sickening story, and this is definitely, you know, realigning my spirit. So we love to see it. But yeah, I'm gonna do some more reading of that, then we're headed to the store, and of course I will update you if I end up getting anything particularly good, or I'll just update you when I read some more stuff and things. Okay, listen, my bed is not made so the background looks crazy, but pretend you don't see it. Pretend you don't see it. Hello, Bills. You want to say hi to the people? Say hi. Look at the camera. The camera, not me. The camera. Look. You gonna keep me company while I film? Are you okay? Are you having a good day? What's wrong? Why are you being weird? So anyways, a successful day at the thrift store. I got many things. Also, I'm wearing one of the shirts that I got at the thrift store over the weekend. So I'm wearing it, and I love it. It's so good. It's so soft and comfortable, and it just fits amazing, and I love it. So that's what I'm wearing now. And I got a bunch of stuff, and they were having like a sale, all brown tags for $1. And so everything that I'm going to show you wasn't $1, but I only spent $13 today at the thrift store. Keep that in mind while I show you all of the things. So since you're here for book stuff, I guess I'll show you the books first. So I got Interpreter of Maladies, Lahiri, I think, and this is a Pulitzer Prize winning novel. I'm pretty sure it's actually like a collection of short stories, if I'm right. Yeah, it's like a debut collection. It's about characters seeking love beyond the barriers of nations and generations. It sounds really interesting, but mostly I picked it up because like it's a prize-winning book, and I have heard of this author before, but I've never read anything by them or heard anything in particular about their work, so I decided to pick it up. And I also picked up The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. And finally, and most excitingly in my opinion, I got The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zephon. I got this. I am excited. This book was like, everybody was obsessed with it years ago on BookTube, and I never got around to picking it up, and I found it, and so I had to buy it, obviously. And this one is like in perfect condition. Like the other two, they're in like perfectly fine condition, but it's not like great. Like this one, like the edges are curling and stuff, but this one is like perfect condition. Like I picked it up off the shelf at Barnes & Noble, so we love it here. Yeah. She ran out like I was keeping her hostage. Like, anyway. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the brown tag items that I got. So I got this little crop top, and then I also got this gray turtleneck because it was $1, and I'm always wearing turtlenecks, so it just felt like the right choice. Then I got this sweater, and it's like really huge and oversized. This one was only $2, so, or $2, $3, something like that. So I was like, whatever, I'll pick it up and I'll see if I like it. Then I got this white cropped sweater, and I got this one for $3 as well. And then finally I got this, which is like this little zip up sweater, and I think this is probably my favorite thing that I got today. Yeah, that's what I got at the thrift store today. And I read more of What Are the Odds on like my ride to and from the thrift store. The book is still giving. It's still very good. I think I'm going to try and finish it tonight because I don't know if I feel like doing homework tonight. So I just got back from a first date, and while I'm not going to overshare and tell you all of my personal business, I am going to say that I did just have an amazing first kiss in the Barnes & Noble fantasy section next to the Joe Abercrombie, and it was the most obnoxious main character moment of my life, and I just had to tell someone about it. So that someone is going to be you. I completed What Are the Odds by R.M. Virtues, and I really liked it. I think I'm going to give it like 3.75 stars. I know that's like a really specific type of rating, but I feel like this was good and I really enjoyed it. I really like the two main characters, Elena and Caius. I think that they have such a cute relationship. I love the way that they communicate. I also think that their relationship is really spicy, and the spice in this book was top tier. It was so fun. So I enjoy those aspects. I enjoy those elements a whole lot. But I want to say that there's something about the way that the story is paced, and the way that the story is structured, the way that the sentences are structured sometimes as well, that really don't give the narrative like the kind of flow that I think it needed, because this book is only about 200 pages, and yet I still was kind of struggling through finishing it despite really enjoying it and it being quite short. So I think that there were like some elements, I would say, that were technically like they could have used some work, but like I don't know, I still enjoyed it. I still had a lot of fun with it. It was very spicy. And one thing that I will say about this is that I feel like a lot of times in like spicy books, when there's like dirty talk, it's usually the guy and he's dirty talking, and like that definitely happens in here. But the girl, she also has quite a mouth on her as well. So that was interesting. You know, it was something I haven't really seen much of before. Shout out to Elena, because she has my heart for that. She was a baddie. I was loving her. I really, really was. So yeah, they were cute. They tugged at my heartstrings. There were a lot of really cute moments in this between Elena and Caius, but also just like emotional moments because Elena and Caius have like very interesting family dynamics, and so the story does delve into their individual family dynamics and how they're like playing a role in each other's life and stuff like that. And so it's just really cute. And there's a lot of like depth to it, and I enjoyed it. But yeah, I definitely think that there was something a bit off about the sentence structure sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes, and something just off about the pacing, but like still, it was good, it was enjoyable, I had a nice time. So I'm gonna run some errands. I think I'm gonna get my nails done because you could probably tell, but like these nails are like super grown out, so I need to get them redone. Hello friends, so it is many hours later and I got my nails done. So this is what they look like. I also got my toes done and I was going to show them to you, and then I remember this one time that I found one of my videos where I happened to have my feet out. I found them on like a feet playlist on YouTube. So no free feet, but I also did get my toes done. So I blew $100 at the nail salon today. So you know what that means? Ramen for dinner. Have to humble myself. I'm doing some cleaning and some unhauling. So I'm currently packaging some Pengo Books orders because I just sold what is it, The Outsiders, Written in the Stars, and Playing the Palace. So I'm packaging up those orders, and I'm gonna finish cleaning up my room, and I'm listening to the audiobook for Razorblade Tears. I don't know if you can hear, but it's like incredibly windy right now, and it's like snowing and it's freezing cold outside. So I had some grander plans for my day, but I think I'm gonna cancel them and just stay in bed and read. So I have finally made a little bit of progress into Razorblade Tears. I am 46 pages into it, and already I'm gonna say that I'm not liking it. I don't think that it's going to be a book that is for me. I'm gonna keep reading, obviously, see how things develop, because it is still very early days. But essentially, Razorblade Tears, if you don't know what it's about these two characters, Ike and Buddy Lee, and essentially both of their sons were gay and in a committed relationship, and they were hate crimed and murdered, and so there's like an ongoing investigation into what happened to them and why they were murdered and who murdered them. But you know, the police just aren't getting results in a timely enough manner for Ike and Buddy Lee. So they decide that they are gonna join up on like this like buddy cop type road trip, and I don't want to call it a road trip, but like they're doing their own personal like private investigation into what happened to their sons and how did they come to be murdered. But reading it is just like, ugh, like I just don't care already. I don't like either of the characters. They're both just like super fucking homophobic and kind of racist. Well, the one guy, Buddy Lee, is kind of racist, and it's just like, he's like, well, I mean, I know black people aren't like all bad, but you know. And then they're like, oh yeah, my son was gay, and like they'll be mad if other people say anything against their son being gay, but they themselves are like, yeah, I just never understood the whole gay thing. And it's like, I know that that's the purpose, that's like the point of the book, that they are prejudiced, and I guess through this like act of revenge and like hunting down whoever it is that harmed their children, they're gonna, I don't know, grow closer to their children or gain some kind of knowledge and insight that might help them, you know, change their ways and like no longer be homophobic or whatever the case may be. I don't know where the story is like headed truly, but it just is like, I don't know. Anyway, I think that this is the kind of book that you will really enjoy if you really like Clint Eastwood movies or like Liam Neeson movies. So if you like Liam Neeson movies or like Clint Eastwood movies, I feel like the vibes of this are very similar to that like old man action hero genre. So if that's something that appeals to you, maybe you should check out Razorblade Tears. But again, I'm only like 40 pages in, so I'll update you when I'm, I don't know, like maybe halfway through the book, because I should have something more substantial to say then, I think. Hello my loves, so we are ending the vlog here. I did not end up finishing Razorblade Tears. I am about 230 pages into it, so I've got like 100 pages left, but I'm still not enjoying it. It's just very much not for me, and I think that it confirms a lot of the sentiments that I was expressing in my last wrap-up, which is that I very much don't care about storylines that are like, I don't care about mystery thrillers that are about like investigations, and this is a story about Ike and Buddy Lee investigating what happened to their 2 deceased sons, and I just don't care about investigation plot lines. They just don't excite me, they don't hook me, and they don't keep me interested in a story and motivated enough to like complete it. So this just very much is not for me. But in addition to that, I just also don't find the psychology of Buddy Lee and Ike to be particularly interesting. So reading from their point of view does fuck all for me. Like, I'm not having a good time. I don't think that it is, I just don't think that is super interesting to me. It's like, okay, you know, Buddy Lee's kind of racist and homophobic. Ike is homophobic. They're becoming friends and investigating what happened to their kids. Like, I'm not engaged. Like, I'm not gonna say that this is a bad book, but it's just not doing anything for me. And I feel like there are some moments in it that are supposed to be like emotional, and I'm not feeling the emotions, which I think is partly due to the prose. The prose is really straightforward, which I think lends to like the fast-paced nature of the story. So it's not bad, but it's just like it's not enough for me. I don't feel like it's evoking for me what it's supposed to or what it's meant to emotionally, and so I'm just not engaged and I'm bored. So yeah, I'm not DNFing this. I am going to finish it before the Literally Dead book club live show, but it's just not getting finished right now. So I would like to get this video out for you guys at some point soon, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. So thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, leave me a like, maybe subscribe, maybe check out my Patreon if you'd like to support what I do here. But yeah, I love you all so much. Thank you, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.